Hi, my name is Jennifer. I am a group exercise instructor and physical therapist. Today's class is a Pilates class. You just need a mat. I will show modifications for different options for the exercises, so make sure you're listening to your body. Don't do anything that hurts. If you are not loving any modification I'm showing, do a different exercise we've already done or something that you're familiar with, or just wait for a minute or so until we move on. I will talk in warm-up about what your core should be and what muscle groups you should be recruiting. So let's start. Let's come on down onto your back and get warmed up. Knees bent, feet are flat. I want you to press your hands and shoulders back into the mat. Close and lift through your pelvic floor. So group of muscles that's down deep into that pelvis structure. Think about it like the bottom of a brown grocery bag. Okay, all your organs are kind of nestled on top of that. That group is going to pull up and in. So think about if you were stopping the flow of urine or holding in gas. Then your transverse abdominal muscle, okay, kind of runs across the abdomen and attaches to the low back. That is your built-in belt, built-in back brace. So that's going to want to engage with that pelvic floor, giving you that compression from the front. So anytime you're doing anything and your belly's bulging outward or getting bigger, that is incorrect form. So that's usually a good indicator of you got to modify it down a level, okay, or two. So hold that core nice and tight, lengthen your spine, tailbone and head towards the opposite sides of the room, breathing through that rib cage. And go ahead and pick your head up, maybe shoulders and shoulder blades off of the mat, and take a look at that belly. It should not have gotten bigger. So keep that compressed down and in. And then I want you to start with bringing a knee into the chest and down. Alternating legs with that march. And shoes are optional, on or off. It's totally up to you. I've got background music on very soft today too, so if there's something else you want to listen to, put your own music on. One more on each side. Pause. Extend the leg out, lengthen and reach, and pull it back in. Other leg, extend, and bring it in, and extend, and in. One more on each side. Pull it in. Now bring your hands back behind your head. You're still in your ab curl. Twist, rotate, look down. Center. Twist, other side. Center. Twist, center. Twist, center. Exhale and inhale. One more time, pause at center, and roll it all the way down. Now, hands into the floor, shoulders back. We're gonna start with a leg press. You're gonna bring both of your feet up and towards the ceiling. Flex your feet, push your heels away from you. Now, your legs are parallel and squeezed together. You're gonna draw those knees in close to your chest and press straight up. Keeping the leg weight over the hips is gonna keep this easier, okay? You don't have any weight kind of dragging on that low back. So anything lower than that straight up push is gonna make it harder, okay? So if you pull your knees in and you start kicking outward on those diagonals, more difficult. And you may find you have to keep bringing your legs up a little bit as we go if you're starting to fatigue. So strong breath. And I really want you to think about pushing weight away from you. Quads should be fired, nice and tight. Now, whether you're inhaling or exhaling on the way out, I don't care. Either one is fine. Just do the opposite on the way in. One more, and pause. The only modification we're gonna change on this one is where our hips are. So now we're gonna go into frog press. I want you to rotate out, externally rotate those hips, press those heels together now. And you're gonna push straight up, again for level 1, and then bend those knees, drawing them in towards your shoulders, okay? So we've got this strong press and in, strong press and in. Anything lower than that is going to be more difficult. Again, imagine that press into some sort of resistance or a weight that you might be pushing away from you, squeezing those heels together, getting some bonus inner thigh. Back is staying neutral here. Long spine. One more. And put those feet down. Take a hold of a leg and roll it on up. Straighten your legs out. We're gonna do some half roll back modifications today, or some different options. So from here, I'm gonna keep my legs about hip distance apart, and I'm gonna start with my arms reaching forward. Long spine, belly back, pelvic floor lifted, okay? We're gonna start with a straight leg raise. So once we roll back, tucking your tailbone, hollowing the belly towards your spine. If you have any low back issues that you should not be in flexion for a prolonged period of time, please come to your forearms and lift the heart, keep your spine in neutral, or go down on your back to do these leg series, yeah? All right, so in your half roll back, starting with a straight leg raise, couple inches off the floor, maybe like 6 to 12, and put it down. Fire your quads. I want you to keep your kneecaps facing upward right now. So sometimes we'll do things in like an externally rotated position. I want you kind of hip neutral. And down. And if it bothers lifting your leg, you can just hold. You don't have to add the leg movement. One more on each side. Roll it up, sit up tall. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more leg movement. So as we lift that leg, we're gonna then drive a knee into your chest, press it out, lower down. Other leg's gonna lift, knee, extend, down. All right, get that core set and roll it on back. So we've got a lift, knee into your chest, out, down. Lift, pull, out, and down. Really think about driving that knee as close to your shoulder as you can. Breathing. Make those distinct movements too. Make sure it's not just like in and down. Lift, pull, stretch, down. In, out, down. Like I did on that one. Here, I just told you guys, don't do that. And then I did it. One more. And bring it up. They're just kind of two different exercises. All right. We're gonna do one more back there, and we're gonna pulse our upper body back. So get those legs nice and strong, roll back into that position, hold, and we're gonna pulse back, back. So think about tucking that pelvis farther underneath you, coming deeper into that C curve. One more, roll it up, sit up tall. Now that flexion is gonna kind of help us with our next one. We're gonna do saw, which again is kind of a little bit more flexion based, but hamstrings is usually what limits people on this one. So I'm gonna face forward here to start with. Legs come into a V position, all right? And you're gonna flex your feet, pull your toes towards you. Now this is where people struggle. If they can't get upright because your hamstrings are super tight here, then you're gonna have to soften your knees and bend them. I don't want you here already, okay? This is not where we wanna be twisting from. We wanna be twisting from up, yeah? Okay, so we've got our V. This is, again, 4 distinct moves, kind of like you just did, except we've got upper body movement. So long spine, belly back, pelvic floor lifted. You're gonna twist to turn, face one leg. Try to get your chest parallel with that foot, okay? So we've got inhale. As you exhale, it is a sitting curl. You are compressing through that belly, reaching pinky finger to pinky toe, okay? The other arm reaches back. You lift back up to tall posture and unwind. So everything has a breath, okay? So inhale, exhale, exhale. So I'm gonna twist, I'm gonna flex, I'm gonna sit up, and I'm gonna open. Now, if you wanna make that a little bit harder, take your legs wider. It'll force you to twist farther into that rotation. So make sure you're going at your own pace on this one. If you really need to modify even after a knee bend, bring your legs in, cross, twist, fold, sit, unwind. Yeah, so pick your level. Keep those feet flexed and exhale. Twist. Hitting the wall. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Strong movement. Hold the belly in tight. Up, unwind. Twist, flex, and unwind. One more to each side. Make sure you're finishing it off. And then hold it center. And release it down. We're gonna come back down to your back. We're gonna do kind of that traditional leg stretch series. So we're gonna do a single leg stretch. We're gonna do crisscross. We're gonna do double leg stretch. All in a row, okay? We're gonna try to hold that curl without coming out of that position. So very long endurance on this today. So if you need a break, please make sure you take it. Sorry, I keep adjusting my pants. They keep rolling. All right, now get your core set, pelvic floor, transverse. Come into your ab curl, level 1. One knee comes in, light hand placement on top of the knee and down the side of that shin by the ankle. Level 2, you can come here and do just small movement, okay? As you start to really extend though, full single leg stretch is exactly what it sounds like. It is single leg, stretching out as far away from you as you can. Lengthen it out, all right? Do not grab this leg and hold yourself up. Use your core to do that. We've got a very strong exhale, exhale, exhale. And if you tuck your chin, you can see your belly. What is it doing? Keep it down and in. Sometimes I play around with the point of my foot. I might really point out. I might kind of do Barbie feet. So if you see me keep kind of playing, just use some different feet muscles. Last couple. And pause. Going into crisscross. Hands come behind the head. You already did level 1 when we started, where we rotated from here. Level 2, you're going to keep your feet up. Level 3, you can kick up and hold those legs up. And then level 4, we're gonna go back to this leg coming in and out. So look down at your elbow, top elbow goes to the outside of the knee. Inhale, center, exhale, switch. Inhale, center, exhale, switch. Go for that whole exhale. Do not come out of your curl and then roll up. Hold your curl. Really stretch that leg out. Lengthen it. One more on each side. Hold it center. Double leg stretch, exactly what it sounds like. Double leg is going to go away from you in that stretch. This time the arms are different. They come up by the sides of the head and they scoop around. So level 1 is here. Level 2. Level 3. And then level 4 extended out. You ready? Still in your curl, don't come out of it. Reach, pull, reach, pull, reach, pull. Now, as you pull around, really make sure you're getting this kind of imaginary scoop through resistance, so you really pull your lats in, nice and strong. And again, no up and down. I see that mistake a lot. People kind of lay it back, and then they scoop around and come back into their curl. Stay in your curl. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And now you can come out of your curl. So again, a little bit of endurance there to stay up off of the mat. Now from here, we're gonna come into sitting. We've got a tricep dip, pulse, alternating with the hip bridge from here. So feet are gonna go flat. So if this bothers your wrists or your shoulders to be in these positions, go down flat and just do your bridge, okay, your shoulder bridge. So feet are down. Get contracted through that core, and then you're gonna lift your butt up. We've got 5 bridges from here. Push your hips high, squeeze your butts, lower down. I'm not touching the floor, I'm hovering just above it. Press 2, 3, knees stay in line with your hips, 4, and 5, and then pulse tricep dips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hip bridge 1, 2, 3, 4, squeeze your buns, push 5, and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another round. Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, belly tight, and last set. Here we go. Strong push. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put your butt down. Get off your wrists. Nice job. We are going to come down into a roll up with a twist at the top. All right, so little modification on a full roll up here. We're not going to do a full roll with the reach forward. As we roll up, you're going to come to here. You're going to open it in a twist, come back to center, and roll down. Okay, so come on down to your back. Arms start off overhead. Get that belly compressed. Get your pelvic floor in. Rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. You're gonna come to sitting. Tall sit, open to twist. Look behind you. Come back center and roll down. Other side as you come up again. Slow, 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 slow. Come to sit, twist open, center, and roll down. Now, modification. I don't have to do a full roll up. I can do a partial roll up. There just will be no twist. And a roll down. Okay, so if this isn't good for tailbone, or again, any lumbar issues, don't do it. Tall, twist, center, and down. I'm not sure what I did with my arms there. It's a little dance move. Exhale, rolling up. Scoop it, scoop it, scoop it, scoop it, scoop it. Tall, twist. Now, as you come up again into a twist, your option is to lift a leg like we did with our half roll back. I'm gonna sit up, I'm gonna twist, unwind, put it down, nice and soft. And again, I keep kind of alternating my feet. Sometimes I'm flexing, sometimes I'm pointing. Zip that belly in, tight, tight, tight. Finish one to each side. And when you've done that, you can release. And I move so much on those. I gotta get back on my mat. Okay, we've got jackknife coming up. So jackknife is kind of interesting. It is kind of a variation of roll over. So we just did a different variation of a roll up. This is a variation of roll over. So if you're used to roll over, again, we're not gonna do the traditional way today. So feet are gonna start up over that pelvis. Get that core set, press strong with your lats into the floor. Engage those back muscles. So you're gonna peel off of the floor with your butt, one vertebrae at a time. As you do that, nice and slow, peel, 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 peel. My weight is still on my shoulders. That's why I can turn my head to look at you. It is not in my neck. Now from here, you're gonna jackknife straight up, as far up as you can. And then you're gonna control your roll coming down. All right, don't overshoot it and then swing your legs back up. Now, you don't have to push it that high. You can roll over. I can do a little lift, come down. I don't have to do any lift. I can just work on my rollover. I can bend my knees, work on picking up my butt. Okay, so lots of different options on this one. But again, no pressure into the neck. You should easily be able to wiggle your head. My pressure stops into my shoulders. Okay, so again, this is sometimes a hamstring tightness issue here. Nice and strong core. Push and push. Now, if you want some assistance, okay, you can put fingertips behind your back if you're really trying to get totally upright before you roll it down. Just to get a feel for what that would feel like, you can use your hands a little bit. But I find more times than not, people are just using their arms to push their butt up and they really can't control it with their core. We won't do many. Just a few today. How about one more? And release it down. And let's go to our stomachs finally. Roll it over. We've got some lat lifts and some pulses for our lats. So we're gonna be doing palm facing away from your body, lifting up. Then we're gonna turn our palms towards each other and we're gonna pulse. So we're gonna really get a good squeeze through that upper back shoulder blade area as well. So we're gonna get some middle trap, rhomboid assistance with those lats. Shoulder extension, little posterior delt, tricep, lots of stuff happening here, okay? So come on down onto your stomach. Legs are gonna be about hip distance apart, okay? Now, palms are gonna be at the sides of your body facing upwards. Get your core set. Belly is still tight, pelvic floor in. Press into the floor with the tops of your feet. Tighten your quads. You are still neutral hip. No rolling in today. Lifting your heart up and those shoulders. I want you to lift those arms and lower down. Lift and press. So you're holding your body into some trunk extension as you extend the shoulder then. So those tricep dips we did helped stretch our shoulder for this position. Keep holding that trunk extension. Keep lifting nice and high. Straight arm, pressing back. 2 and 1. Hold it. Palms face each other. And then pulse your palms towards each other. Pulse, 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 pulse. Breathe. Core set. Keep lifting your heart. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Reach out forward. Okay, we're gonna come up into a full push-up position. This is where you can see a little bit of yoga influence sometimes in some of the Pilates mat exercises. We're gonna do a knee in towards your chest, knee towards opposite elbow, knee towards same side elbow, and then you're gonna switch legs. So modifications would be to come from hands and knees, okay, into this position here. And then you would be drawing the leg back into your modified bird dog position, drawing a knee in and back, crossing over and back, same side and back, keeping that tabletop. Otherwise, if you're gonna come into that full push-up position, come onto your toes and get that core set. Get your butt down. Make sure you're not stuck up here, okay? Butt down. Here we go. You're gonna draw a knee in, press it back, cross it, press it back, same side, press it back, and switch legs. Draw the knee in, press it back, cross it, back, same side, and back. And I am shifting my weight, so the ball of your foot is gonna kind of press through your toes, back to the ball of your foot. I'm gonna cross and come back, and then press and back. Take your time. Each movement is purposeful. So take a second. Really make sure you've got that pause. And back. Squeeze your buns. One more on each side. And release it down. We're gonna come into a side frog press. Pick a forearm, any side, whichever side you want. Okay. Now our side frog press, we're gonna be angled back onto your butt cheek a little bit. So right now when we're typically right on our side, you're gonna feel that you're gonna be right on this little bony nub here, your greater trochanter. So if my legs are out, I want to roll just behind that. Bloop. Your top hand can go behind you. So if you were to look at me from the side, I'm on my forearm. My feet are forward a little bit. I'm going to roll back and catch myself on my fingertips or palm back here. But my legs are going to be forward a little bit. So here's your position. All right, so legs to the corners of your mat. Now we get to externally rotate back to that frog position. Press your heels together strong, belly back, keep that heart lifted. You're gonna pull those knees in towards your shoulders and chest. Press out, strong. If this bothers your shoulder position, go down flat. It's a little bit harder to get this angle here, but you can. I would just stay back up onto your elbow and press, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, belly tight. 6, really pulling through this top rib cage. 8, 9, 10, push this imaginary resistance away. 11, 12, 13, squeeze your heels for bonus inner thigh. 16, 17, strong movement. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, hold it in, pull those knees as close to you as you can, and release it down. Stay where you're at. You're immediately going to come into a side plank position. So tuck your knees back in line with your body, and you can either be from your knee, or you can go from your full leg extended on this one, but our top leg is going to lift. So if you can be up there, go for it. I think I might go for my knee today. Otherwise, you can be here. Okay? And I'm going to tuck my knee. Belly back. And again, if this bothers shoulders, go down flat. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4. Kneecap and toes forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep driving into the floor with that bottom leg. Core set. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 3 more times. 3, 2, but now you have to pulse it. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, and put it down. We're gonna flip to the other side. So we've got frog press 25 times, then our hip abduction and pulses, and then you're done. So now you know what's coming. Corners of the mat, bring your feet forward a little bit on your forearm or flat down. Reach back behind you, roll back into that little butt divot. Flex your feet, press your heels together, and get your core set. You ready? Here we go. Drive it in. 1, 2, strong press. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, heels together. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, hang in there. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Hold it in as far as you can. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Try to almost touch that shoulder with your knee. And release it down. Tuck your knees. Get in line for your modified plank. Really, again, push in through that bottom knee. You're gonna kick in that hip abduction and those muscle groups over there. So lift your hip, belly back, pelvic floor in, singles. 1, kneecap forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hang in there, 3, 2, and 1. I'm sliding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and release it down. Whew, hopefully you felt your butt. All right, you guys made it. We're gonna stretch. So come on around to your stomach, lay it on down. Come up to your forearms, pull your heart through, extend the belly, lengthen it. If you want more stretch, push, full lock. Roll it down. Reach back, grab a hold of one foot, stretch that quad. Other leg. And release. Go ahead and roll it over onto your back. Bring it around. Let's rotate that trunk. Drop your knees to one side. Keep your shoulders glued back into the floor. And other side, bring it around. Shoulder glued back. And release that center. All right, so let's stretch some of that hip and butt out. Cross one leg over on the other thigh. Grab a hold of that top leg, pull that in. You can kind of wiggle that hip, however, right or left. Figure out where you need that stretch. Keep breathing. And release that, switch it around. Other leg, pull that in. And release that. Go ahead and roll it up into sitting. I want you to kind of butterfly those knees. So So pull your feet in, grab a hold of those feet. Try to let those knees drop down towards the floor. You can kind of do just a little bit, a little tiny butterfly bounce. And then hold it, and then see if you can kind of lean yourself forward into it. If you want, you can press your knees with your elbows. Release it up. One more hip stretch. We're gonna cross the midline with our legs straight. So extend your legs out. You're gonna grab a hold behind your knee, your calf, your ankle, foot. You've gotta be able to sit up tall, right? So if I'm here, I don't wanna be like totally rounded down, which means I'm probably gonna have to move my hand placement. But if you can get tall, get tall. And then all you're gonna do is cross that leg over your midline. That's it. And you should feel that pull a little bit different through that outer hip. If you want to add a twist again to this, you can. Make sure this bottom leg doesn't roll. Keep it kneecap up. Release it. And other leg, grab where you need to, sit up tall, cross your midline. You should feel that pull. And if you want to add more rotation, do it. And then the last stretch is gonna be for our lats. So bring it in, go ahead and release it down. I'm gonna come into a child's pose with a side bend. So your knees are gonna come wide, feet together. I'm gonna face you so you can see the side bend part of it, okay? So hands are farther forward than my shoulders. So as you sit back, you get this good chest drop. Okay, so dropping down. And then walk your hands over to the side, opening up through the side of your body. Other side, walk it over. Take it center, go ahead and roll it all the way up. You sit however you're comfortable. You can bring it right back down onto your butt if you want. Take a deep breath and exhale. And you guys are all done. Stretch anything else that you feel like we missed or that you really need to, especially now that your muscles are all nice and warm. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day.